Hi, I'm Ronel. I'm a psychologist from Westpsych Therapy and Assessment Center. Today I wanted to talk to you about triggers because it's something that I feel comes up a lot in therapy, and people have been using the word a lot, and I'm not sure whether people really understand what it means. So what is a trigger? Okay, so a trigger is anything. Could be something someone says or something does, or perhaps a situation that you find yourself in. Then that takes you out of your rational, conscious, and compassionate brain down into your emotional brain, or perhaps even your animal brain. Okay, and how would you know? How do you know when you're being triggered? Okay, so when you're triggered by something, you might find that it triggers an unconscious memory or feeling that you find familiar. And oftentimes, when you're in that space, we tend to think in black and white, and we struggle to see the bigger picture. And we also struggle often to have empathy for ourselves and other people that are in that situation with us. And it's also a really big driver of conflict in relationships, especially between married people or people in committed relationships, or even parents and children, or perhaps even in your work environment between colleagues. So what could you do when something triggers you into your emotional brain or your animal brain? So this would be a two-step process, and the first step in that process is just to calm and soothe the nervous system. Okay, and how do you do that? So I'm going to teach you a 5-finger breathing technique, and you can do this as many times as you need to feel grounded or calm or centered again. Okay, so you take your hand, and for every time we go up the finger, we're going to take a deep breath in. Okay, so you take a deep breath in through the nose. And when you get to the top of the finger, just hold that breath for as long as comfortably possible. Okay, and then you breathe slowly out through the mouth. Okay, and then take another deep breath in. And then out slowly again. Okay, and the breath is one of the easiest ways that we can calm and soothe the nervous system. And then once you're feeling calmer and you feel yourself again, and you go back into your rational, conscious, and compassionate brain, then the second step of that process is just to look back on the situation. Okay, so take a deep breath and just taking a step back and looking at the whole situation, looking at all the people involved, including yourself, and just thinking about what was really going on. Okay, so what were some of the deeper dynamics that were happening? How else could you have thought of the situation? How might you think differently about what happened? Sometimes when we're in our emotional or animal brains, we think that something's happening in a particular way or means something, but when we take a closer look, we find that it's not really true, or it might not actually make the most sense. And so it's really important to think about what happened and to analyze it and think about what you could do differently next time, so that you don't find yourself in the same situation again. And if you're really struggling with that process, it can help to just talk to someone about it, whether it be someone you trust and feel safe with, or possibly a counselor or psychologist, just to walk you through that process, so that you don't find yourself being triggered by the same things over and over and over again. So I hope you found that helpful.